Hi, good morning, everyone. It's Jack, All Leeds TV. Just a quick thing for the yesterday. Obviously, this morning, it's the morning after now, and it's Leeds 1, Southampton 0. I think, how do we describe it? Phew, thank God. I think we can all sort of breathe a sigh of relief now that we got through that, because I think even the most optimistic of Leeds fans after last week's debacle at Everton weren't confident that things were going to go right. But they turned up. They turned up yesterday, albeit against what I would class a very poor Southampton side they are. I think that they this year could be in serious trouble. I can't see how they're going to get out of it. I think they could actually go this year. But the rest of it, it's hard to predict at the minute. I mean, I was just looking at the table this morning. I mean, we go and win at Chelsea next week. We could actually end up being round about 13th, depending, obviously, on results or anything like that. So it's there's a long way to go yet, but they're the games that we had to get the 3 points from, and yeah, we got there and we did it. I think overall it was very, very, very nervy throughout the game. I felt a bit. It just felt a bit tense in the crowd as well. Everyone was a bit nervous. Could they do it today? But I thought the lads, they turned up. I mean, if we're going to go on about players, I think Junior Firpo now, we've all screamed for a left back. Yeah, I think he'd be the first to admit that he's not performed to what he probably thinks is his standard. He hasn't been great, but these last couple of games, and I always said it was from the when he got the goal against Accrington and Stanley. And I said it to Tash, said it to a few others. I said, I hope now he kicked on from this and he gets a bit of confidence about him. And yesterday, I thought he's probably had his best game for us since he signed for the club. That's just my personal opinion. As I say, people might disagree with me, but I thought he had his best game for us. I thought Brendan Aronson yesterday, he turned up. He showed. I still have this thing about Brendan Aronson that I've just, Aronson, that he just someone wants to feed him a load of protein shakes and sort of build his muscles up a little bit, because I think that's talent-wise and ability-wise on the ball, he's fantastic, but he's still that, I don't know, he's just that slight, he can, a couple of times yesterday there, he gets shoved off the ball a bit too easy, but I thought he had his best game for a long time yesterday as well. You say, obviously, that Max Wober, or Vober, I think is how you pronounce it. Since he signed, I think he's been one of the most important signings. Now, you can just see the confidence that the team have now. He is a good leader. He's a leader at the back, and I think the combination of him and Koch is really, really starting to. It's coming into fruition now. You can see they've got a really good understanding between themselves, and they complement each other. So yeah. What else can you say? Tyler Adams was just Tyler Adams again. McKennie, he's starting to get better and better every week. Even you can say about Rutter, and I think Rutter's had a few critics now, obviously, with a big price the Leeds paid for him. But he came on yesterday and he did well. He was a threat, and he's a very, very, very quick lad. And I think he's saying once he gets a goal, I think he could push on and he could really become an important player for us. So. I think we're all happy. I think myself this morning, I'm relieved. It's nice. It's still the points are there. There's a lot of teams down there, and there's a lot of teams. There'll be a few more twists and turns, obviously, this year. But to get out of that bottom three is massive for confidence-wise. We're now one place above, but obviously there's a lot of points to play for. The results went for us yesterday. Obviously, Everton getting beat, Bournemouth being beaten. So all happy today. I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy with everything. We'll talk about. I'm going to bring up about obviously the new manager. If I'm being honest, in my own personal opinion, I wasn't overly blown away when I heard that obviously he wouldn't get the appointment, and then I did a bit more research into him, and I think he did all right at Watford. He's done all right at a few clubs, but we needed an experienced manager, and I think the club, was it the first choice? I don't think it was. I think it was more a bit, this maybe were a bit of a, look, thinking it's shit or bust here, we need to get someone in and get them in quick. But he might turn out to be such a genius, a stroke genius, anything. You know, the fella might be all right. I mean, what's he had? From what I've heard, all he's had is one training session with him this week. But you could just see a bit of a difference yesterday in the team. So, you know, now he'll have a full week this week. Obviously, well, we won't because we've got Fulham on Tuesday in FA Cup. Now I hope he keeps and he plays a good strong side because come on, we've got a good chance of going far in this FA Cup this year. You know, with the teams that have gone out. You know, so there's no reason why we couldn't. You know, or you've got to believe. Could we go all the way? Could we get to the final? You know, it's only one game at a time. But obviously Tuesday, just play a strong side again, please, and just let's see if we can beat Fulham. As again, winning breeds confidence, and you know, it's what we'll need to go into another trip down to London on Saturday against Chelsea. Who, let's be honest, you know, they're not in the best of form. I don't know whether they play today or what. I'm not 100% whether they played yesterday or today when what have you. But they're not in the best of form, so we could go down there and get a result. And I mean, how massive would that be for us? You know, we've got Chelsea and win there, do the double over Chelsea this year. That'd be massive for us as a club and for us as fans. You know, again, I don't think there's much one can say now. We'll all have a good week. Obviously, well, let's see what happens Tuesday. You know, might all feel a bit down and despondent again on a Wednesday morning or Tuesday evening, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. And I'm confident. I think we could go at Fulham. I think we can go and get a result at Fulham and progress in the FA Cup. I just wanted after last night's game there, met a couple of lads. I think it might have been a father and son over from Ireland. Just want to say lovely to meet you both. You know, they stopped, had a chat. They're big fans of the channel. They like what we do. As I said, just much the same. You know, we do this. Is, you know, we're not getting paid to do it. It's just, you know, we're just fans that love the club, and we're just the same as other content creators that are doing their own thing. We only just have his opinions, and whether you agree with them or not. But you know, we put ourselves out there just to say what we think, and we like getting obviously comments back, and you know, all for debate, everything we say. Also, two young lads. They came up, said they love the channel, and they wanted me to give them a shout out. Now, I'd had a few drinks last night, and I forget what your name was that you said to me, but all right, boys, lovely to meet you both. So, yeah, everyone, enjoy your Sunday, enjoy Monday, and let's enjoy Tuesday and advance in the FA Cup, and then we move on to Saturday, Chelsea. So, come on, Leeds.